Have you ever sat down to breakfast only to wonder when it stopped feeling like breakfast at all? Morning meals used to mean something: fresh coffee, warm food, and comfort on a plate. But these days, not every chain lives up to that promise. Today, we're counting down the top 10 breakfast chains, some worth your time and others to quietly avoid. Let's start with number 10. Number 10. Subway. Subway isn't the first place you think of for breakfast, but plenty of people grab it on the go. The problem? Almost nothing here feels real. The eggs don't come from a shell. They're frozen patties reheated in the same toaster that melts your cheese. Bacon arrives pre-cooked and limp, closer to a meat chip than breakfast. Even the bread turns gummy because it steams instead of toasts. Coffee, if your location even offers it, tastes like an afterthought. One button, one cup, usually stale. And that's the bigger issue. Nothing feels made, just assembled. You're not getting breakfast. You're getting shapes of food designed to pass as breakfast. Number 9. Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons carries nostalgia, road trips, cold mornings, a hot cup in your hand. But nostalgia doesn't save the food today. The biscuits are dry, the eggs are rubbery, pre-cooked pads, and the bacon tastes like it's been sitting under a heat lamp. Former employees admit most items come frozen, then microwaved in batches. Even the coffee, once its saving grace, has slipped. Sometimes weak, sometimes burnt, often stretched longer than it should be. And the donuts? They arrive frozen, too, thin glaze, dry inside, eaten out of habit more than desire. Nothing here is broken, but nothing feels cared for either. Breakfast that forgets to matter is still a loss. Number 8. Einstein Brothers Bagels. Einstein Brothers should be a bagel paradise. Once their bagels had bite, a real crust from boiling before baking. But now, many arrive par-baked and frozen, just finished on site. They smell fresh, but the taste is flat. Eggs that used to be cracked in store are now perfectly cut, pre-cooked circles, microwaved in batches. Cheese barely melts. Bacon is bland, and the coffee is thin unless drowned in flavored syrup. The brand still sells warmth, but the comfort doesn't come from flavor anymore. You eat it because it's there, not because it's worth remembering. Number 7. Dunkin. Dunkin has coffee loyalty, no doubt. Millions of people swear by it for the morning pick-me-up. But breakfast here? That's where the wheels fall off. The bagels are spongy, never with that chewy bite you'd expect. Croissants are limp and greasy, collapsing under the weight of fillings. The eggs are those factory-made discs that taste more like rubber than anything natural. And the bacon doesn't even crisp. It's thin, salty, and sometimes cold in the middle. Sandwiches are reheated in little paper pouches, and you can taste the microwave in every bite. Even the hash browns, tiny coin-shaped bites that sound promising, come out oily, unevenly cooked, and way too salty. Dunkin is fine if you just want caffeine and sugar, but if you're hoping for a real breakfast, you're better off skipping it altogether. Number 6. Panera Bread. Panera sells the idea of wholesome, but when it comes to breakfast, it's a mirage. Most people expect fresh eggs, fresh bread, and something that feels light but filling. Instead, you get pre-made soufflés that are more like reheated pucks than baked goods. Their sandwiches come with the same factory-made egg rounds you'd find at gas station diners. The bacon is so thin, it feels more decorative than edible, and the bread, supposedly their specialty, often tastes day-old by morning. Even the oatmeal, which should be their slam dunk, comes bland, watery, and with tiny, tired fruit toppings. Coffee? Bitter, inconsistent, and often lukewarm. Panera works if you want Wi-Fi and a table, but if it's flavor you're after, you'll leave disappointed. Number 5. Starbucks. Starbucks nailed the coffee culture, but food is an afterthought. Every breakfast item is frozen, shipped in bulk, and reheated in little convection ovens. The result? A ham and cheese croissant that's somehow soggy and dry at the same time. Egg bites that look good in photos but taste like rubbery soufflés. Sandwiches that collapse into greasy, flavorless lumps. Even their protein boxes feel more like convenience store grab-and-go packs. The worst part is price. Starbucks charges premium rates for what's essentially airplane food. People line up for the lattes, but if you're grabbing food here, you're paying extra for the illusion of quality. And once you've actually tasted it, the illusion fades fast. Number 4. Carl's Jr. Hardee's. Carl's Jr. and Hardee's don't always get mentioned in the breakfast conversation, but they should. Out of the big burger chains, they actually take mornings seriously. Their biscuits, for example, aren't shipped frozen from some factory. Most locations bake them fresh in store every morning. And you can taste the difference. Flaky, buttery layers that actually feel homemade. Pair that with sausage that's juicy and seasoned properly, and suddenly you're not just eating fast food, you're eating something that feels closer to a diner plate. Their made-from-scratch biscuits with gravy are probably the star here. Thick, peppery gravy poured generously over a biscuit that's still warm from the oven. The breakfast burritos are another sleeper hit, packed with eggs, cheese, bacon, and sometimes even hash browns inside. Unlike some chains, these actually taste like they were put together with care, not microwaved into existence. Sure, not everything is perfect. Hash browns can sometimes come out greasy, and the coffee won't win awards. But overall, Carl's Jr. and Hardee's remind you what fast food breakfast can be when it's not just frozen pucks on stale bread. It's hearty, filling, and most importantly, it tastes like real food. Number 3. Cracker Barrel. Walking into Cracker Barrel in the morning is like stepping into a time machine. The menu doesn't chase trends or try to reinvent breakfast. It just serves up the classics, and it does them well. We're talking golden pancakes with crispy edges, thick-cut bacon that actually snaps when you bite it, and eggs made to order, not scooped from a warmer. One of the biggest strengths here is variety. You can build a plate with biscuits and gravy, grits, hash brown casserole, or even fried apples on the side. Their biscuits are soft and buttery, almost always served fresh, and they don't skimp on portion sizes either. Even their coffee, which some chains treat as an afterthought, is strong and bottomless, a real perk when you want to linger over breakfast. What Cracker Barrel really nails is the experience. The food feels made for comfort, not speed. And the setting, rocking chairs out front, country store inside, makes the meal feel slower, warmer, and more intentional. It's not perfect. Wait times can be long, and consistency sometimes depends on the location. But when it hits right, breakfast here feels like a proper start to the day. Number 2. IHOP. IHOP has been around for decades, and there's a reason it hasn't gone away. Sure, some critics call it predictable, but predictable isn't always bad when it comes to breakfast. Pancakes are the obvious highlight. Fluffy, stacked high, and dripping with syrups that range from classic maple to berry compotes. Unlike a lot of chains, IHOP actually cooks these fresh to order, so you get that warm, just off the griddle bite. But IHOP isn't just about pancakes. Their omelets come big and hearty, packed with fillings like ham, peppers, or spinach, and served with a side of those golden hash browns that are crispy on the outside and soft inside. Even the simpler items, like bacon and eggs, are cooked to your preference, not just slapped together for speed. The other strength IHOP has is accessibility. It's open late, it's family-friendly, and it works whether you want a quick bite or a big, sit-down meal. Some locations can be hit or miss with service, but the food itself delivers consistency that a lot of breakfast chains fail to match. When you're craving classic American breakfast, IHOP is one of the safest bets out there. Number 1. Waffle House. If there's one place that truly embodies breakfast in America, it's Waffle House. No matter where you are, whether it's the middle of the city, a small town, or right off the highway, there's a Waffle House waiting with the lights on and the grill sizzling. And unlike most chains, the magic here is that absolutely everything is cooked right in front of you. No microwaves, no frozen pucks, no reheated sandwiches, just real ingredients tossed on the griddle by cooks who know exactly what they're doing. Let's start with the waffles, because, of course, it's in the name. They're golden, fluffy, and made fresh to order, with that perfect balance of crispy outside and soft inside. But Waffle House isn't a one-trick pony. Their hash browns are legendary. You can get them scattered, smothered, covered, chunked, or any combination you like. That kind of customization is rare in a chain, and it makes every plate feel personal. The bacon and sausage come sizzling. The eggs are cracked fresh onto the grill, and the toast is buttered the old-fashioned way, thick and dripping. What sets Waffle House apart even more is consistency. Whether it's 8 in the morning or 3 a.m. after a night out, you know exactly what you're getting, and it's going to taste good. The atmosphere is its own thing, too. There's an energy to the clatter of dishes, the quick banter between staff, and the open kitchen that makes breakfast feel alive. It's casual, it's comforting, and it feels more like a community gathering than just a place to eat. And let's not forget the prices. Waffle House remains affordable in a world where premium chains charge double for half the quality. You walk in hungry, you leave full, and your wallet isn't crying about it. That combination of value, flavor, and authenticity is exactly why Waffle House isn't just the best breakfast chain. It's a cultural icon. So there you have it, the breakfast chains you'll want to skip, and the ones worth setting your alarm clock for. Did your favorite make the list? Or did we miss a hidden gem you swear by? Let us know down in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you had fun with this ranking, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you love food breakdowns like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. Breakfast might start your day, but subscribing makes sure you've always got something tasty to come back to.